double coverage.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man, Sauce. Global in the chat early. What's happening? But Saucy, how you doing?
I'm good, Doma. I'm good. How are you, mate?
I'm good. You'd be flying, mate. Bombers,
Mate.
second on the table. you just beat the worst team in the AFL.
Only by 40 points, but...
Oh, we had a good first half.
You had a good first half. You put up a fight in the first half. We'll talk about it a bit later. But, yeah, mate, look, excited. Yeah, it's getting to the pointy end of the season when it comes to the NBA. We've got the conference finals matchups that have been decided. We have, obviously, the Ant-Man versus Luka the Don, which is the much anticipated and what we wanted to see on this show. And would you say, you know, whether we called it or not, it was what we wanted to happen. Because it's the next generation of great players to come through the NBA, and we want to see them go face to face, head to head in a conference finals matchup, and it firms to be one for the ages. So it'll be interesting to see who wins it. But then also over the weekend we had the big matchup, the big boxing matchup. If you didn't see, Doma, and you called it. You did say Usyk would win, and I think he won it in that knockdown that he got. I think it was in the latter round.
The fight should have been stopped after that, to be honest. It was one of the worst 10 counts I've ever seen in my life. He's counted
he got a good one against Deontay Wilder as well.
He hasn't even grabbed his gloves.
The extended 10 counts. He gets the extended 10 counts.
It was just... he counted 10 before he even grabbed his gloves to say, "Oh, you're okay to keep going." He counted 10. He's just asked him, "You okay?" And Tyson Fury's like, "Yeah." What's he going to say? No, stop the fight. But it was very funny. So we'll talk about that as well a bit later. But we will start with the NBA, Saucy. Of course, as you touched on, we've got Boston versus Indiana in the East. I reckon that's just a run of the mill. Like, do we really have to give... Like, it's great Indiana got the job done, but, you know, New York fell apart with injury at the end. So it was theirs to lose, the Pacers. So I'm just going to go out and say I'll give the Pacers a couple games, but I'm going to go 4-2 to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, look... What can you say about that series? I mean, you got to give credit. First of all, we'll give credit to the Knicks and the way that they fought it out, and you know, had injuries and things of that nature. You know, well done to the Pacers. You know, you got the job done. I feel like, you know, this is their toughest battle against Boston. Porzingis could be back. They did say he was going to be back for the conference finals as well. So there's that as well. So, you know, you got the full strength Boston side coming up against them. I don't think they have enough firepower. You know, Boston definitely play the best defense in that Eastern Conference. So it's going to be tough. Yeah, and I'll probably even go, 4-2. I'd be saying probably 4-1. Really.
That's fair.
Yeah. So look, we'll see. Could be. Potentially. You know, could go to 7 games. It'd be great. You know, it'd be nothing better than 7-game series, but I just don't see, you know, definitely not going past 6 games. And Boston will take it out. But, you know, for Boston fans, let's hope that, you know, your guys can find a good rhythm. Because I feel like Boston have probably not played some of their best basketball.
No,
and they've still, you know, been able to get through these series. So, there's a bit of improvement that can be done there to obviously fine tune, especially if you're make it through this stage and head into the finals against the Western Conference, which Doma firms up to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, well, the Timberwolves get it done over the reigning champions, the Nuggets, overcoming a 20-point deficit at halftime to get the job done. Ant-Man was average. He shot 6 of 24 in this game, but he hit some big shots down the stretch when they needed him to hit some big shots. Karl Anthony Towns played pretty well. Rudy Gobert hit a freaking fade late in the game as well, which is hilarious. I couldn't believe he hit the basket. I think it's Jaden McDaniels played really well in this game. Conley, Saucy, you mentioned on this show, that you got that older head, that vet that's been there. You said he'd been there with Marc Gasol in the past, and cooler heads prevail when the game's on the line and the ball has to be in his hands. You could see moments of panic down the stretch too. I think it was when there was 2 minutes left. Cat had an inbound off a Denver score, and he panicked and he threw it off of Ant-Man's hand, and it went.
Yep.
Gave him another possession to get it within. I think it was 6 points to get it down to 4. Lucky they get the stop there. They go down the other end, and the rest is history. Ant-Man hits a giant 3. Karl-Anthony Towns has a massive putback dunk, and Joker wasn't happy with Ant-Man. He was waving goodbye to the fans. It was actually pretty.
Denver really lost it. I mean, had a big lead at halftime. They came out in the third quarter flat, and Minnesota actually turned up the defense, which we know they have the capability to do. I mean, they did it to the Suns and shut them out 4-0 in that series with great defense across the whole series. So.
I don't. Global said, "Did Joker call out Murray?" I have no idea. Who really cares? To be honest, they're out. Ant-Man's in. Plays Luka the Don. Oh, I can't wait for this series, Sauce. I actually can't wait. It's going to be so good. I don't know what I'm just going to say. I'm going to say. I'm assuming you want Minnesota in 7. You want it to go 7 games.
Yeah. Minnesota's going to win this series. Ant-Man's and Minnesota. Ant-Man with the leading the pack of the T-Wolves.
I'm also going Minnesota in 7.
Going to get the job done 4-3 in 7-game series.
It's the best thing ever. I'm so happy we've got this. I was actually thinking about something the other day, and I think you may or may not agree with me. I'm not saying change the system, but there potentially could be an alternate playoffs type system, I guess, but you got an Eastern Conference final and a Western Conference final, so they probably never move away from it. But you don't usually always get the 2 best teams playing in the finals. I know Boston is one of the better sides, so but I know a lot of people would have loved Minnesota versus Dallas as the finals, and it's a best of 7 to win the chip. But it is what it is. But, down the track, they've put in-season tournaments and all that type of bullshit anyway to win titles. And, LeBron's got 5 chips now because of that win earlier on in the early on last year, whatever the hell it was. But, is it something that they might consider down the track? Your top 4 seeds of both conferences go on different sides of the draw. So you might have 2 from the West. So 2 and 4 go on. 1 and 3 go on one side, 2 and 4 go on the other, vice versa, East and West. And then it's like a lottery from 5 to 8 potentially, or the 7th and the 8th seed have to play the 1 seeds wherever they are potentially, and it's all lottery based. And a West team can play a West team, or they might be able to play an East team. And then it can lead to the point where, the conference final essentially could be 4 Western Conference teams because they're the 4 best teams in the league.
Yeah, something of that nature. But they also could just do it to the point where it's like, they get rid of the East and the West and they just have one large.
Yeah, I guess it is a thing. It's all money making and revenue generating stuff. I think they never do it.
I think that's what it comes down to.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, we got Ant-Man versus Luka on the Western Conference side. Obviously they Mavs taking out OKC. OKC, amazing season from where they've come over the last 3 years. I think there's a bright future there. They're going to grow and get better, and so let's congratulate them for. I mean, people thought they were going to be terrible this year, and look where they ended up, right?
No, I know.
So, props to that. Mavs, it's good to see them. They made those trades mid-season. It made their team better. They've gotten better defensively. Luka, even though he's playing a little bit, he's got a little bit of a niggling knee injury that flares up at times. But, fighting it out, they got the job done. play really well in that game. And yeah, we see this matchup 4-3 T-Wolves. I think it's going to be a phenomenal series. I want to see it 77 games.
So if Ant-Man wins, he doesn't obviously, based off of your list, the infamous list. If Ant-Man wins this series, he goes on top of Luca. He doesn't have to win the title. He just needs to win this series, and he's better than Luca. Correct? Or he has to go on to win the chip for you to say he's out and out the best out of the two.
Nah, you got to win the championship.
You have a Western Conference final, something that Luca doesn't have.
Okay. Yeah, well, fair enough.
And they give MVPs now for best player in the Western Conference final
I think maybe they do.
Well, if they're winning that series, surely Ant-Man's winning that.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying,
it'll be a good see how the matchups play out, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, likewise. All right, let's move on. We're briefly going to touch on this. I'm not getting into it. It's probably one of the most heartbreaking things for you to have to talk about at the moment. But Man City win again. They win the Premier League. It's done and dusted. I'm not covering. I'll be honest with you. I'm not covering the FA Cup final. I couldn't give a flying what about Man United. Just give them another thing.
Anyway, Dom.
Yeah, just give them another thing to add. Let them do the double this year. They're not doing the treble. Obviously, they're out of Champions League. Just give them the trophy, mate. Did they win the Carabao Cup as well? That's a treble for them. Just give it to them. I couldn't give a stuff. I actually could not give a stuff about the result. And people say, "Oh, you should want to win the cup." I don't want to win no cup, mate. That team that wins the cup for United, FA Cup, if we were to win it, 3/4 of them won't even be there next year. So don't care. But it's heartbreaking.
Amrabat will be there.
Stop it. You do this every week. You bring back free. You know what I want to say?
Free Alfredo.
Free Alfredo.
I can't believe out of all the players, he got rid of Alfredo. It was actually all right.
I know. We've got all these other duds in that. We kept Harry Maguire and we got rid of Alfredo. The best. We're just glad we got to see Alfredo live and in the flesh at the MCG, mate, when the United came. We celebrated for him. Don't worry. We're there to support. And he's number one fans. But
he's playing in Turkish league at the moment.
Yeah, he is. Is he at Beşiktaş or Fenerbahçe?
I think he's at Fenerbahçe.
How you feeling? You'd be shattered, mate. You had an awesome season.
Not good enough, man.
Yeah.
Not good enough. Look, it's exciting to be within the running, yeah, but when you're coming up at the beast that is Manchester City, you nearly got to be flawless. And there was a period of the season where about a stretch of 5-6 games where we just struggled, and that's where we lost it. So what can we say? I mean, we fought it to the end, and but you gotta have it within your own destiny, sort of thing. You can't really be relying on other teams to do you favors. It's it would have been great to win it that way, but yeah, I just don't see it happening. I didn't look to the point, Dom. I didn't even stay up at 1 a.m. and watch the final game because I knew it wasn't going to happen. Like, I was that sure that I didn't stay up and watch the last game of the season against Everton. Didn't give a shit.
A lot of people went out there and did watch parties and stuff together. Like, friends got together. I was seeing it all over Instagram, and friends were getting together and watching it. They had the City game on and the Arsenal game, and when Foden put the goals in the back of the net, it was just game over. You could see it, the absolute dejection. They were just like, yeah. But in all honesty, who actually thought they were going to lose that game to West Ham at home?
No one.
To claim the title. Like, we just had hope. We just had hope last week, and we said, hopefully, West Ham could do it. But if West Ham was Aston Villa, then maybe, we would have had a bit more of a glimmer of hope. But anyway, another season done. They've won 7 of the last 8. Is that correct? Or 8 of the last 9? Something absolutely. Yeah, 8 of the last 9 because they've got 8 chips. 8? No, 7 of the last 8. Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. So, yeah. Fuck City. Anyway.
What can I say, Dom? It's
Oh.
2 years in a row with. I mean, I don't feel as bad as last year. I feel like last year we bottled it a lot worse than we did this year, even though it was a little bit. But mate, you have to be that good. I mean, it's a really good points total that we put up. You know,
It's a
that would win
great points total.
that would win the title in a lot of years previously. With going back, but not good enough. Not good enough.
Global reckons they came in fresh because they did nothing in the UEFA League. Man, they just got quality players. They got one of the best coaches of all time. If not, you can argue that he is the best coach of all time in Guardiola. So, I don't know. It's pretty hard to beat him. When you got when that club, I'm not trying to get all petty, but it seems like that club has an open wallet compared to everybody else, and they have the best guys walking on the park, and you essentially could have another team on there that could probably their bench could finish probably top 4 in the Premier League as well, which is absolutely mental.
Mate, they had a lot of injuries this season, and they still covered all of those injuries. And
Source, the season ended. In all honesty, I know we're talking about it, and you had hope, and you were great. Arsenal was fantastic, but you made a comment on this show based on how well City were playing, and then Haaland wasn't doing anything. He was like struggling a bit. He was kicking goals here and there, and then the moment that Kevin De Bruyne came back, and he had 4 assists or 3 assists and a goal in the game back, and he assisted Haaland twice. You were watching that game, and you said the ease of which Haaland can now play, like more free, because he's got a guy of the quality of Kevin De Bruyne. It's like you said it's pretty much over unless the guy gets injured again and he's out for the rest of the season. It's gonna be hard to beat him. Like,
mate, their team they were still just like winning games and getting by, but then when he came back from injury, their team went into overdrive. And yeah, they just stepped it up to the next level.
And they're champs. Yeah. Well, you know what the good thing is? Let's look at. There's only one positive out of this. No one actually goes for Man City. So who's going to rub it in our face? Like, no one follows that freaking shit club.
I don't really know too many people. Man City
I don't know.
supporters.
I think I know one person. So anyway, good luck to him. I don't know any Man City players, and somehow they're making more than what they spend. Anyway, you do the maths. Unless the owners buying all, unless the owners, the owners must be buying all their merchandise and tickets. That's how they're generating the money to spend the money without breaching the financial fair play. Anyway, they get the job done. Saudi League, we were on the money. Al Hilal won it. They take out the title. They were too good, mate. Everyone else, who really cares? Let's get to the AFL, the real football. And we spoke about the Suns game on Thursday night. They slapped the Cats. We spoke about it on the pod last week. The Swans came out and slapped Carlton by 52 points on Friday night. Swans are absolutely flying sauce. Isaac Heaney in the middle is like it's the most goated thing of the season so far. Next to obviously what Harley Reid did to Christian Petrarca on Sunday night, where he put on an absolute clinic. But anyway, I didn't see the controversy.
One passage of play, did you see it? He stiff-armed Oliver.
Yeah, he's like, get your pingers. He's like, get your pingers and your Coke and get the F out of here, Clary. Sit down, boy. Saturday, I don't know if you saw the controversy in this game, Source. I have no idea what happened, but something about a run too far or a free kick. But the Pies get the job done against the Crows by 4 points. Something happened to Isaac Rankin. I have no idea what happened, to be honest. A bit of controversy, but they get the job done. The Dogs get 2 on the trot. They defeat the Giants away from home by 27 points. Giants are struggling, Source. Maybe they're pretenders, not the real deal. Freo beat St. Kilda by 17 on Saturday night.
I'll just say in that game there, like the fact that the odds makers, even though I don't know it was at St Kilda's home, but they had Freo's outsiders after Freo's early form and what they've shown that they can do, especially in that midfield. Just disrespect. I know.
Have you watched the Saints?
They are just so bad at moving the ball. They're so bad. They can move the ball for a little parts of the game, but they just lack consistency of being able to break down other teams' defenses. It's just, and they're terrible to watch. Terrible.
Like, I'll be honest with you. I said it to you, Sauce.
Nothing's
said it
changed,
2 weeks ago.
Ryan, yeah, you're going to play this game style this way. What you're trying to do, it's just.
I said it to you 2 weeks ago. The most disappointing thing that will happen this year for me as a North Melbourne supporter, Sauce, we're going to finish last. I don't care if we lose by 100 to one team, 70 to another team. It's the fact that we lost to St Kilda by over 40 points is a fucking disgrace because they are terrible. It makes Essendon look mediocre. Like, Essendon beat us by 40. St Kilda beat us by more. They are terrible. If there's any Saints fans listening, I'm sorry, but you're actually shocking. I know this is coming from a North supporter, but I watch a lot of football. You are no good.
Yeah.
So, the other game on Saturday night, I feel sorry for Richmond supporters, or should I? Should we feel sorry for them? The way they carry on? They got a lot of injuries, but they lost by 119 points, mate.
Double coverage, bottom four lock. I've said it since the start of the year. Right? Bottom four lock.
You did say it.
What more can I say?
And everyone thought you were absolutely bonkers. And you're just like, come on, man. You guys are no good. You got what? Easy Adamuze over there. He's got no idea what the hell is going on. Dusty Martin's been called out.
He's going to the sun. He's going to the sunny sunshine.
So is Daniel Rioli. You heard about Daniel Rioli? Mate, he went over there.
You know
the whole team's gone.
The old crew up there, Hardwick, he's going to pinch the players. Mate, it's like, this is what it's like, right? It's like when you go around. This is what we used to do back in the day. My mates, even when we were 20s, this and that, there was a few of us. We used to go to a footy club and we'd be like, yeah, we're bringing 10 players, 10 blokes, yeah? So you bring a whole, and there was a few of us that were good players, a couple of us resi players, right? But we bought some numbers, and if you didn't, you maybe stay at that club for 1 year, 2 years, whatever, and then you move on to another club. Well, this is what they've done. Now they're bringing the band back together, pinch the players from there. They got Brandon Ellis up there. They got Hardwick up there. Right now, they're going to bring up Dusty. They're going to bring up Daniel Rioli. Rioli will be a good one. Right,
Jack Rewalt's going to come out of retirement.
He's going to come out of retirement. Koch is coming too.
Do some coaching. It's all the sunshine. All the sunshine on the Gold Coast. Get a tan. Who else are they going to pick up from that team? Vlosten. That's pretty much it. The rest of the team's absolutely shit. So anyway, just be Vlosten, Daniel Rioli, and Dusty. That's pretty much it. So it's not looking good for the Tigers. Sunday game, North get beaten by the Bombers by 40.
Injuries,
they got a lot of injuries.
They got a lot of injuries. That doesn't help.
Bombers win by 40 over the Kangas. Good win. Like I said, we played good for a half of football. I was just glad we saw some intensity from the guys. Curtis Taylor actually scored a goal against you guys, so I was pretty happy about that as well. I know the great man would have been celebrating, mate.
I don't know what that says about us, mate.
The great man would have been celebrating when Curtis Taylor put that through the sticks. Lucky I wasn't there. He would have given it to me for my life. Anyway, you happy with your performance?
Yeah, look.
Just get the job done.
Yes and no. Got the job done. Probably could have been a bit better. We did only really play one quarter of football. Our best quarter was the third quarter, and that's where we put the game out of reach. But if we could have put another quarter, and I said that when I sat down, sit down in the same seat when I sit in my home game, and there's got the guy on the next to me. He always has a couple of frothies, and he loves to have a chat to me. So he goes, "How much are we going to win today?" I said, "Oh, look, if we could put together 2 quarters of good football, we should be able to win by at least 60 plus, right?" And I'm just saying 2 quarters of good football where we're going to outscore them 6-7 goals to 1, maybe in the quarter, which we should be able to do, right? And we did that in the third quarter, but we just weren't able to put together another quarter of that football. Credit to you guys because you came out to play in that first half. Your pressure was up. Yeah, you had You know, your guys in the midfield were winning the ball. LDU, every time I just watch him play, I'm just like, mate, he's an absolute gun, this bloke. Like, he kicked 2, he had 30-something touches. He was just unbelievable. Look, there's signs in the team. It's just when it feels like, you got it. You know what, I've watched this in Essendon before. It's when the wheels start to fall off the bus, mate. Not the wheels, the fucking hinges, the chassis, everything. It just disintegrates, mate. For like a period of the game, you just disappear, mate. Like, you become witches' hats for like 15 minutes, and in that time, the whole game's over, man. Like, literally.
You know what the other funny thing is? I was just thinking about it. Even Toby Pink kicked the goal against you on the weekend. We're cooked. The fact that Curtis Taylor and Toby Pink are kicking goals for North out of the 66 points that we put up on the board. Jeez. Anyway, that's we'll see what happens.
Dom, I don't know. Look,
it's good. 40 points. Like, just look at the positive. You're second on the ladder, mate.
Yeah.
That's the
second
positive.
You're second. Get the job done. I think, expect to win this week coming up, which we'll talk about in a second. But our next serious game is against Carlton. I think it's on the eve of the public holiday on the Sunday night, so that will be an absolute blockbuster. I'll be there live.
That's a big game.
It's a massive game. But yeah, it's look.
You're gonna try and get on Blue or Broad.
Fuck, you know what? I should.
If you beat him, surely you get on Blue or Broad.
I really should. The lid is still shut. Well, firmly shut, right? Firmly shut.
So, yeah, the last 2 games, Port Adelaide win with about 4 seconds or 3 seconds left on the clock against the Hawks. Unbelievable scenes. I don't know, sure if you saw that, but Darcy Byrne-Jones with the soccer goal at the end to get him the win. They kicked
it better than Ronaldo, mate. That's a Ronaldo-esque finish right there.
Yeah, it's a bit excessive, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, better than Messi, I'd say, not Ronaldo, but yeah. No, but it was a ripper. They kicked 2 goals in 30 seconds to win that game. So unreal stuff. And then Sauce, I know you want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him as a North supporter because every time I watch this guy play, I think to myself, why the hell did you beat Gold Coast last year, North? Why did you beat him? Like, why did you beat him? I don't understand. Can you imagine having Harley Reid and LD Sue in the middle? Oh my gosh. Anyway, and props to Jake Waterman as well, Sauce. And last props, the last props I'm giving on this show, they beat the D's at home. The last props I'm giving on this show is to me. Because what did I say on this show about West Coast?
They won't be.
I said they're not going to be as bad as everyone thinks. Everyone goes, oh, it'll be them and North at the bottom. I said, no. I said, I don't think you understand how far ahead they are of North Melbourne. They've got a better midfield. They've got a better back line. And I said they struggled in the forward line. But guess what? Jake Waterman's come out of nowhere and he's playing unbelievable football. So it's able to free up those other vet guys like Darling to do their role, Ryan to do their role, Cripps to do their role. He's just kicking bags. He's equal top of the on the Coleman with 29 goals for the season, Jake Waterman. So not for anything, they've pieced it together.
West Coast, not going to be easy beats, especially over there. I think, they're going to have that similar situation where they're going to probably struggle, until guys maybe mature a bit more and they get more games into the younger guys, to win more away games. But they're going to be tough to play against. I mean, I've seen that with Essendon. Essendon just got over the line 7 points. I mean, what does that say when they turn around and beat Melbourne over there, in the manner that they did as well? And just Harley Reid, jet, man. Just an absolute jet. West Coast got to do everything they can to keep him, sign him up to a 5-year deal, keep him there until he's 24, 25, if they can. Then maybe after that he might do a Paddy Dangerfield, but try keep him there for the next 5-6 years. You know what I mean? Sign him up to a 6-year deal, right? You got to try. And because every Victorian club, will be coming after him for sure.
Well, 100%. 100%. You can guarantee that one of those clubs will be Essendon because they're linked to every single player in the history of football. So
I think we were the first mentioned when it all came out.
yeah, probably. Oh, I was going to say. All right, let's get to round 11 and get our tips. Dogs versus Swans, Thursday night at Marvel.
Swans.
Where are we at? I'm going Swans. Freo versus Pies in Perth, Friday night. Pies are outsiders, 204. Gamble responsibly.
Freo versus Pies. This would be a good game. It'd be a great game. Ooh, this is a tough tip. I'm going to go with Freo. I feel like they've got the midfield that can go with them.
Yeah, I'm going to go Freo as well. Oh. North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide in Tassie.
Port.
How is Port fourth on the ladder?
They're just chumming along.
Flat track bullies. Carlton defeat the Suns. Carlton defeat the Suns. Carlton versus the Suns. 10th versus 8th at Marvel.
Carlton.
They're outside the 8th, the Blues.
I think Adam
Sard
is back this week.
Ooh, the big wolf. He's back. The Cats versus the Giants at GMHBA.
Cats.
I'm going Cats also. Bombers versus Tigers at the G.
Dreamtime. Essendon.
I'm going Dons.
Who's home game?
Richmond.
Richmond home game. I won't be going.
Hawks Brisbane at Marvel Sunday. 110.
I would, you know what? If Hawks, won that game against Port, I would have maybe had a chance to tip them, but not after the way Brisbane's been playing and found a bit of form, and I'm going to go with them.
I'm going Hawthorn.
It's going with the Hawks.
Yeah.
Oi.
320 game at the G. Well, Melbourne versus St Kilda at the G.
Melbourne.
Just
can't tip Saints.
And then Adelaide Oval, 4:40 on Sunday. Adelaide versus West Coast.
Oh, this is a tough tip. I'm going to go with Adelaide on their home deck.
Adelaide are $1.19 favorites in this game.
I wouldn't say they should be that heavy.
West Coast are $4.70 outsiders. Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly. I wonder what the line must be. That's ridiculous.
I'm going Adelaide as well, but that's pretty short odds for the Crows. Yeah, pretty short odds. Ladder, Swans on top, Bombers second. Then we've got the Cats, Port, Pies, Giants, D's, Suns, and everyone else is irrelevant unless they can get in the top 8. So, next up, Source. Bit of F1 special. Verstappen won, but by 0.7 of a second over
Close
Norris.
race.
It was a good race. And I saw Global, he said here, I need a bit of off the grid in my life. Source, I think we need to bring it back.
Well, if it's actually we're going to be getting races where there's going to be some close finishes.
But the problem is this week's probably not the week you want to bring it back. But I think it's the week we need to bring it back because of the race that we have this week. And I know I'm saying let's bring it back, but let's be honest, it all falls on me whether I'm going to turn up because of what's going on with the little monster at the moment. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be on the stream. But besides the point, it is the Monaco GP this week, Source.
Oof.
I say it'd be good to bring it back because that it's Monaco and how prestigious it is. But do we want to bring off the grid back on a race where if you lead, you can't overtake? So I don't know. But it was the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix that just passed. Verstappen won by 0.7 of a second over Lando Norris. It looks like they got a bit of pace, the McLarens, which is really, really good. Leclerc was in third. Piastri, the Aussie, in 4th, so a good finish by him. Sainz 5th, Hamilton 6th, Russell 7th, Perez 8th, Lance Stroll 9th, Tsunoda 10th. We don't care about anyone else except Danny Rick, who finished in 13th. So at least he finished the race. Monaco this week. I don't know what this means for McLaren source. I don't know. It could be just one of those flash in the pan races where they got really close. Max Verstappen was playing in a 24-hour racing simulator race the night before the actual race. I don't know if you've seen this.
Really?
Yeah, he was winning in this 24-hour. I
He had
swear to God. He was playing a game.
Oh, my God.
The night before.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy into the racing sim.
Yeah, he is. He's addicted to it. And that, if you're going to be addicted to any game, it should be your profession, because they do say it's as close as anything in terms of the mechanics of the car, obviously without the actual physical nature of it. But very interesting. Get the job done. He wins again. Back to reality and normality for everyone with him winning. It felt weird him not winning the week before, to be honest. But yeah, Monaco this week. It is on a Sunday, the 26th of May. So this Sunday, 11 p.m. source. Again, another 11 p.m. race. This is a ripper. And the next race after that source actually falls on the public holiday on the 10th. And it's a 4 a.m. race because it's the Canadian GP. So off the grid could be back for the next two. Potentially. We'll see. We'll stay in touch. We'll work it out. Hello, Magda. Welcome to the show. He says Ant-Man is goated and Luka Doncic is a man on a mission. Well, Source has anything to do about it. His boy Ant-Man is going to be the assassin, mate, and he's on a mission to end it. That's it for F1. UFC Source. What have you got?
Not a hell of a lot because I forgot to bring the card up. So,
oh dear.
Get it ready.
Oh, well, we'll talk about Fury and Usyk while Source is getting the card up. Went the distance. Decision to Usyk is the unified champ. Rematch is in October. There's a rematch clause. It's definitely going to get activated. It's going to happen. Just go watch what I said last week. If Fury wins that, you're looking at a trilogy fight between the two of them. First blemish on Fury's record as well. He reckons that everyone was against him because Usyk's country is at war, so everyone backed him because he's Ukrainian.
I heard that. It's just
Cage is on Instagram and he said how I called Ant-Man an assassin. He goes, assassins don't miss 18 of 24 shots. That's a valid point, Cage.
What he done on the defensive end, yeah.
But they won. That's all that matters. But yeah, job done. Usyk wins. I don't know. Rematch. Here we go. October.
Oh, there's a rematch, October, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Something. Yeah, we'll see how that second fight pans out. But Usyk, based off what I watched of the fight, he did win. So I don't think I can dispute the decision. Especially he got the only knockdown of the fight.
Hey, he's a small man, but he packs a bloody punch.
Yeah.
And he moves, mate. Well. He's good. He's good.
He moves well. So yeah, he goes to 20-0, and he's the undisputed
unified world heavyweight champion of the century with infinite belts. I don't know what the hell it is. IB, WB, EB games. I don't know, whatever. CC. I don't know. He's everything you can name of combined. That's what he is.
All right, Doma. I actually don't know if the Aussie won. Do you know if he won?
Yeah, he did. Jay Opataya. Yeah, he won.
Yes, he got the job done as well.
Got the job done. Boom. We love the Aussies, mate. Just coming out and just love it. We love it.
All right, we'll might as well bring it up. I'll bring it up. UFC Fight Night. We had The main card, Edison Barbosa against Leroy Murphy. Leroy Murphy gets the win decision over 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Welterweight division, you had Chaos Williams defeating Carlston Harris with a KO in the first round. Our boy Themba Gorimbo gets the job done over Ramiz Barimaj in the welterweight division.
Yes, Garimbo
gets another win. Themba. And then Adrian Yanez defeats
Vinicius Jr.
with a KO in the first round. And then that's in the bantamweight and women's strawweight. We have Angela Hill defeating Luana Pinheiro in the second round with a submission. There's the Aussie, Tom Nolan. Not sure if you've seen that knockout. If you haven't seen it, he's an absolute gun, this guy. Look out for him in the lightweight. Tom Nolan, the Aussie, he gets the knockout in the first round over Victor Martinez. It was a pretty hectic knockout, so go check it out. And yeah, that's the card. I think there is a card this weekend, Donna, which I'll have a look. Is that June the 2nd? So there's a week off, and then there's a card week, which is headlined by, headline UFC 302 Makhachev versus Poirier. It's going to be an absolute cracker. When's that? 302. That's on the 2nd.
So next weekend.
Next weekend. It's on.
Jeepers creepers.
There you go.
See, McGregor was on a podcast today or yesterday. Just talking smack about everyone. He called like Khabib a rat. He was saying he was bagging to Poirier, bag Volk, Bilal Muhammad. He's hammering everyone. He's bagged every single person.
That's what he does. He's an antagonizer.
Oh, it was so funny.
He comes back after he's seen that boxing money. He did that fight with Money Mayweather.
Yeah,
for that, he doesn't want to come back for that. He wants the big payday. What
did he say about Topuria? He said, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, but if I fought him, I kick his head off his block. Some crap. He just talks so much smack. I love it. All right, so let's get to hobby talk. What's the biggest news in the hobby? We went through 2 booms within the boom for the sports car market from 2018 to 2022. We sat on this show and said that when the Jordan Fleer rookie card was up there as the grail of sports cards, basketball sports cards, that is, we said, mate, it's not even his rookie card. And everyone said, nah, it's his rookie card. 86. The guy got drafted in 84. How's it his rookie card? Anyway, today's source, Darren Ravel, all-time leading sports card journalist, who does a great job. Also the man that still hasn't caught Juanito, tweeted that.
I thought he was holding his tail at one point.
Nah, he's not catching that guy. This is his tweet. After a 27-year battle, the Michael Jordan 84-85 star, card number 101, has supplanted the MJ 96 Fleer Jordan, as reports tonight, a $925,000 US sale for a PSA 9. The tale of the wild climb back to the top. So officially, source, the star Jordan 84-85, the card where he's ripping down the rebound, is officially his rookie card. You happy with that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what we said to people.
I would have thought that your rookie card's the card in the year that you were a rookie. I love the fact. I just love it. I love it. Anyway, it sold for $925,000. So, it was a private sale. So obviously,
900. Okay, so if that's the case, then what does it make Jeff Wilson's PSA 8 that he paid $100,000 at the National in 2022 worth? if that's worth 925,000, the PSA 9. Was that a good buy by Mr. Wilson?
Jeff.
Jeff. Because you said that, and what came straight to my mind was I remember Jeff Wilson making a video saying he bought one of the very first graded when this became a whole thing back in 2022 at the National, right? And that was when it all came out. It was just before there that, the 84 started to get some notoriety. I mean, we talked about it ages ago. I mean, if you listen to us in the way we talked about it in the manner was, we always thought it was the 84 Star because that card was actually printed in 84. Whereas the 86 Fleer, even though it's a much, nicer, aesthetically pleasing picture and image, printed in 86. So 2 years after his actual rookie season. So, we're talking rookie card, the Star, 84, 85 Star is definitely his rookie card. And I think that this price that's paid by this proves it. I think
by Shine, probably.
This now entices people that have this card to trim, dim, Kurt's come care it up to try and get the 10 because, hey, if you get the 10, what's it going to then be worth, right? So, yeah, look out for it. I think that's always been, one of the issues is the 84, 85 Star. I don't think it's that difficult to replicate and create fakes of. So
the other thing that's funny is like this all comes back to the point of influencers at the height of this boom all sat together around the round table. It's a metaphor, ladies and gentlemen, and selected which cards they thought should be the rookie cards for these players. They should be the best cards to sell for these players. And they set the market and set the prices, and then they sold it amongst each other. And happy days, they set all the market caps. And now it's died off, and all these clowns are out of the hobby, and all of a sudden, this card is now the rookie card. It's weird. So weird. Anyway, good on him. Rightfully, mate, Source, the right card is the rookie card, after all. After all this time, the right card is now the rookie card. And to everyone that went out and ran out of their skin to go buy a Jordan rookie card and, well, the old his second year card, whatever the hell it is now. I don't know, what do we call it? The 86 Fleer. Is it his second year card? I don't know anymore. Anyway, everyone that ran out there and said it's going to go to the moon, like, surely it drops the value of those cards massively because it's not his rookie card anymore.
To be honest, Tom, I actually don't think it does. I actually just think it's just going to be...
People bought it for his... But then everyone bought it because it was his rookie card. That was the whole thing around it. There's 4 million other...
He's got 3 rookie cards, bro. Don't you know?
Yeah, I know.
Golden was freaking them, all of them at one time. Yeah,
I know. He's got the other one, the Nike Air card.
Yeah, the Nike promo.
The Nike promo. Yeah.
It was printed a whole year before his 84, 85 Star.
Anyway. You got anything? Because I got one more thing.
No, I got absolutely peanuts.
That's
mate.
all right. It's good. It'll be a short episode, but we love these types of products. It's a product review. We haven't done one in a couple of weeks. We love these products, mate. Leaf Pop Century. This is the set that has the Entourage autos in it.
Yes.
All right. But there's a checklist now down below. This is a booklet. This is Rocky 4 for those that don't know. It's a Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren dual auto booklet. So there are base autos. This is Tom Hiddleston. He plays Loki in the Marvel franchise. There's TV stars, gangsters, the Forget About It cards, guys that play gangsters in movies. This is Joe Pesci auto. She's pretty sick. Teen Dream, Starlet, Retro TV, Ticket Inspired. This is Susan Sarandon auto. Scripted, Emilia Clarke, Mother of Dragons from Game of Thrones. There's also there's dual autos, triple autos, quad autos, five autos, 6 autos, and there's a giant booklet which I think has like 20 autos on it. Source. And one booklet you can get in this set, which we'll get to, has like autos from every Marvel guy that signed for this product. are in the booklet. I think it's got like Tom Hiddleston, Chris Pratt that plays Star-Lord, like all those guys. So here's a Western one. Oh, not a Western one. It's just got who's in this? Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Joe Pesci, Harrison Ford, Stallone.
All on the one card.
Yeah, big booklet there, mate. There you go. Have a look at that. Very nice. It's a 1-1 there, as you can see. Who we got here? Reggie Jackson. Anyway, 4 autos in a box. Code Red box has a Red Flood auto and 4 additional autos. The product is out now, I'm sure. How much is a box of this? $300 for a box source. For 4 autos, might not be a bad buy, to be honest. If you're into entertainment, movies, pop culture, this is just the big overall list of people in the product. So you got, I don't know, Charlie Sheen, Dick Van Dyke's in it, Emilio Estevez. I'm just running off names. Jessica Alba, Josh Brolin, Jenna Dewan used to be married to Channing Tatum. She's getting a divorce with him, so that's probably why she signed for this product. Make some money. Jeremy Piven that plays Ari Gold, John Travolta, Lawrence Fishburne. There's a whole. Anyway, let's just get to the really good ones. These are the CoStar dual autos. So you can get like Al Pacino, Alec Baldwin, Al Pacino, James Caan. Obviously, that's a Godfather dual auto. James Caan has passed away, for those that don't know. Chevy Chase, Haley Atwell. Kobe Smulders, Haley Atwell. That's a Marvel dual auto.
Clint Eastwood there.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, Francis Fisher. I'm assuming that the dual autos, they've worked together, clearly. I'm trying to think of the movies. Jeremy Piven, Kevin Dillon, that's Entourage. Jim Belushi, John Lovitz, that might be Animal House. Mark Wahlberg, Amanda Seyfried, Michael Douglas, Charlie Sheen, Ray Liotta, who's since passed, Ron Howard and Bryce Dallas Howard, son and daughter, dad and daughter. There's a Sons of Anarchy auto. Lord of the Rings auto. I'm just seeing who else. Here's the triples. Triples. This is a sick card source. Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern. They're the 3 actors in Home Alone there. So the 2 robbers, and then of course Macaulay Culkin. Chris Hemsworth. That's a Star Wars auto, triple auto. They work together. 4 autos, quad autos. Sorry. Look at this source. Jersey Shore. Mike the Situation. Ronnie.
I remember we used to watch that show. So stupid.
This is honestly, outside of this card right here, which is the Entourage auto, the actual card that I want in this whole set is this card right here. That card is the Breakfast Club, if you've seen the movie. That's the card I actually want in the set. 6 autos. Here's another what's-it-called one. This is a Guardians of the Galaxy one. Dreamcast 3 autos. Herographs. 4 autos. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff, mate. Now showing. Obviously, there's a big. I'm trying to find the big booklet so I can show you guys what's in the booklet. Pearl Siegs. That's not the one. That's not the one. Here it is. 16 auto source. That's the one you saw at the top. They got a ladies version, like female actors, like stars. And that one. And then this one here is all Marvel characters, which is pretty cool. And then they
There's
got
something
TV.
for everyone in there. There's something
for
everyone.
everyone. Something for everyone. So check it out. The product is 2024 Leaf Metal Pop Century. So check it out if you're keen on it and you're interested in that stuff. So that's it for me. That's all I'm bringing. You got anything, Saucy?
I've seen this card. Someone bought this card, and I thought I'll give it a share. It's an old insert. You know, we love bringing up these ones. I'm not really sure. I haven't done too much research on this set, but it's the Fleer Shining Stars, 1998-99. This is what they got here. They got a Shaquille O'Neal in the set.
Of course they do.
KG. Stephon Marbury. It looks as though Sharif Abdul Rahim. I don't know if they have a Kobe in this set, but let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the Shaq. The picture doesn't do it justice because if you get nice bright light on it, there's like it's a nice reflective off this card. So
yeah,
it's not very good imaging that give it to you. But if you do get the right lighting on it, you get a nice shine off the card. Just an interesting one. 1998, 89, 90 Fleer Brilliant All Stars one to look at. Obviously, we used to always bring up the old inserts, but you can only go through so many, even though there's plenty of them. But that was just one that I seen that posted it. I thought maybe they might have a Kobe in the set because I seen the Shaq, which someone posted, but I was just seeing what else they had in the set. But it was just a nice little cheap, cheapy pickup, Doma. You know what I mean? The hobby doesn't have to be expensive for you to want to collect something that's nice looking and awesome to have in your collection. It can be affordable for everyone.
I'm here looking at the Pop Century autos here, mate. Trying to see if they've got that. Well, they got the 6-way auto, the Guardians of the Galaxy one, $270 Australian. I'm just trying to see if they got that Breakfast Club one on here. I know I'm not going to be able to rip out bloody $300 for that card, but Clint Eastwood auto, Jeepers, 101, gold prismatic, 2Gs. You feeling lucky, punk?
I think that so those ones there, it's not box packed. It's you just buy them from their website, right? Direct.
No, it's boxed. It's a box. It's 4 autos per box. Yeah. Yep.
So it's different. It's different to the Entourage. The Entourage ones you could just buy them directly from the site.
Yeah, you could buy it. Yeah. So I don't know if they're chasing the product or live in the product because they were off by demand off the site. I don't know how that works. Or maybe it's a different variation. There's another Clint Eastwood there. There's Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know.
Something a bit different, mate. Something a bit different.
Jordos, Mark Wahlberg. Obviously, the guys, the popular actors like Mark Wahlberg goes for $450. You're not getting that at John Lovett's, mate. You can get his auto for $5. You can get this one for $21, 5 of 5. Like, no one's really collecting that guy, to be honest. So you can get Kevin Dillon. Here he is, Johnny Drama. Look, Sauce has even signed it with Victory, like in Entourage. $1.48. No bids, 6 days left.
I'd be interested to see what something like that goes for.
Yeah, he's put Victory on it. Here you go. Carmen Electra from Baywatch. He'll be all over that.
I already got my my auto that I hit out of the Playboy pack.
I know that was hilarious when you hit that. That was so funny. On that note, we're done and dusted again for another week, Sauce.
Come and go on. Big week in sport.
Don't worry, ladies and gents. I've got to work it out with Saucy, but in a few weeks' time, I may have some space in an area of my home which will be able to rip this case. Because we've still got a case under this desk, Sauce.
Yes, we've got plenty of stuff.
We've got a case to rip.
I've also got a box of footy stars that I wouldn't mind ripping open. So
Man, I've got to go buy a box so I can rip it open.
I think I've got 2 boxes here for you, mate. So if you want, I can give you one, and then we can just
do a rip together.
Do a box battle.
Who wins? Me with your box or you with your box?
It's all right. You can keep the North Melbourne cards.
I just want LDU. The rest of them will just... Yeah, I don't know what we'll do with them, to be honest.
Curtis
Charlie
Taylor.
Comben. I like Charlie Comben. Hopefully his
The
cards
Com.
are in. The Com. Yeah, he's good. I like him. That's pretty much it at the moment. No one else has really stood out. Oh, Sheasel. The cheese. The rest of them.
There's a few.
A couple.
Give some hope to the North
Cherry.
fans, mate.
Tristan Cherry Collectibles over there. Our Ruckman. Big Cherry Collectibles. Surely Grayson for the marketing. You just go get big Tristan Cherry. Get him in the shop, mate. So, anyway. I don't know. We're just killing time here. On that note, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. Peace.
Peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double coverage.